Superintendent's report.
Yes, sir. Thank you. On your table was a notebook with our school accreditation and our school quality profiles. All 3 schools are accredited. As I've mentioned before, it's now official knowledge and what we've put together, and I'd like to thank Dr. Furman and Ms. Whitehead for doing this today. We have the division profile, each school's profile, and it is a new system, red, green, and yellow. That's why I wanted to make sure it was in color. Green is good, yellow means we need to work a little bit harder, and red means there is an area of concern. As you look through each of the profiles, I think you'll see that there's mostly greens and yellows and a few reds at each school, and we will be discussing that with each principal as we go through the school year. I'd like to just entertain a thought, and you all can take it for what it's worth. Take this home over this next month, and let's bring it back and discuss it further with more questions that you may have. There's a lot of information in there about our new goal of chronic absenteeism. There's a lot of information about the math and literacy results for our students. The front cover page does outline where we stand in reading, writing, math, science, and history. It has a lot of information, if you dig down into it, that I think would be a fine topic for discussion next month, kind of like what we did this month with math, and last month we did with literacy. So I would like this to kind of be a topic of discussion at the next board meeting. But congratulations to the staff of each of the school who have worked hard. The principals continue to work hard. To Mr. Hanna, one of the staff members. They all work hard to make sure our school's students are successful towards graduation, and our school division has a nice looking profile of everyone working to make us successful and to make especially our students successful. So would that be something we could move to the discussion next month? So bring these back with you, please, and if you have questions prior to the meeting that you'd like us to go over. This is our first time looking at this type of profile, and it's very similar to what we've had in the past. That's just a lot of information that I think we need to consider when we have time to consider it appropriately. So that'll be next month's discussion. Any questions before we move on? Okay, attendance update. On your table was a listing of our current attendance data for the month, and we stand at 984 students in all 3 grade levels, pre-K through 12, and if you add in the other students who are in our early childhood and our pre-K programs, we have 46 more students. We're very proud of that status right now. We have been looking at attendance. We have been looking at those students who might have some attendance challenges. We were digging down into trying to see who those students are, how we can work with those students and their families, and come up with a plan to make those students be more involved in the school setting and be on time and be at school each and every day where they need to be. So we are working hard on that area as well. Any questions about our attendance? Our update?
I will say I like the attendance chart when you enter into Covington High School, yes. And you can look at it at a glance and know exactly yes. what's going on.
Yes.
I like that.
It has the student and the staff attendance for each day. I think it's a very fine way to.
Yes.
And last week, Mrs. Morgan's school had attendance dress up and awareness, and they had different days to celebrate attendance. Would you like to speak on anything?
Each day was something different. We had sunglasses. Your future is bright. Come to school. Tuesday was hat day. You're headed in the right direction. Come to school. Wednesday was decade day. Come to school and celebrate success. Come to school every day. Thursday was pajama day. Rise and shine, get to school on time. And that was their favorite. That was their favorite. And then Friday was Pink Day in honor of cancer awareness, and it was show up and show support for cancer awareness. And then at the end of each 6 weeks, we have a committee, an attendance committee. Each person on the committee helps me monitor attendance, and so each person on the committee has a grade level, and they help me in tracking it by grade level, and they help me with phone calls. If there's a student that's missed like 5 days or more, they reach out to the parent and ask, you know, we didn't get a note, please be reminded that when your child is absent, we need to have a note from home. We're also monitoring tardies, and so we have a committee this year to help us. And it's really good.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing
We've
good
seen a
things.
lot of improvement.
Lots of improvement.
And we know we have room to grow, but we are on the right track, I believe.
Yes, definitely.
We like that.
Yes.
Yes.
You have a security grant update for us?
Can we substitute first?
Oh,
Substitute
sorry.
training
I
was
skipped over
today.
that one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we had 26 substitutes there. All the principals came in for a few minutes and introduced themselves. Dr. Furman and Mrs. Lambert did a nice job. You have a copy of the packet and the agenda that they were given today on your table. We have about 33 to 35 substitutes throughout the division. We'll catch up with the others. Sergeant Berger from the Covington Police Department was present and did information on lockdowns and how to be safe in the schools. So it was a very well received. We ended about 10:30. Lots of questions and answers. Dr. Furman put together a document about some questions people have, and I'll discuss those with the principals tomorrow about things that maybe we could do differently to help the substitutes. I did thank them for what they do because they're part of the reason that we're able to be successful with this accreditation, because they follow the teacher's lesson plans and they come in emergency. So they were very attentive and very engaged throughout the activity. So I appreciate that. And it will become an annual event. Those ones we did not catch up with, we'll get them in, and any new ones that come to become substitutes over the course of this year will come in, and we have put it on a disc. Everything is now recorded, and they can come in and sit down with us for an hour or so and be prepared to go out in the buildings. We asked all of them to go out and meet each of the principals if they had not substituted yet in the building, so we made that connection today, and I appreciate what happened today.
I had nowhere to park when I got home.
Yes, I know. I was like, yes.
That's really good, what you mentioned about having the update on, emergency things that take place or stuff that happens at the school that doesn't take place every day that they might not be aware of. So that's really good. That's part of that training.
Yes, so this will become ongoing. And we know this was our first attempt. We might need to do something a little bit different or add to our substitute handbook, but it's a very good first start.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And security grants update, we did receive word on Friday that we did receive a security grant in the amount of $20,000 some odd dollars to upgrade the system at Covington High School. I did reach out to the DOE and ask why we didn't get the one at Edgemont, and I was told through an email that we didn't have the criteria to reach the level of financial funding. They have a rubric, they have so many points, and I told them it was something we really needed as well. So we'll have discussions with the principals about how we move forward with what we did not get. But $20,000 is most appreciative. We will do that upgrade. I did speak with Mr. Cantrell. We'll get the vendor in. We'll start working on upgrading the camera system at Covington High School with that funding. So that's the security grant update, and as Mr. Tacey said, parent-teacher conferences happened today. I was in the buildings. I think we had a nice turnout. We'll get the numbers, and I am appreciative of the teachers that did speak with parents, and we're always open to parents coming in at other times. We know their schedules are busy and they can't always make it on that certain day. We also talked about, since Covington High School is now on a block schedule, we'll also need a parent-teacher conference day for Covington High School in the second semester. There are work days built in, so we'll discuss that about when could be a second semester parent-teacher conference day for Covington High School. But students will have different teachers, and we need to have another parent-teacher conference day. Yeah. That's
All right.
The Woodlands Health and Rehab Center offers a safe transition program to get you well and back to the community. Our outdoor therapy area features different terrains and offers a unique therapeutic experience. Come see the difference. The Woodlands Health and Rehab Center, living made better.